What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deers doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles in assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Scary. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in here. There. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I kept on my dresser as a little souvenir. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? Just curious? Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from Old Town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here and alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. As if I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did, and I kept Stella company just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was a time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely counted. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Are you sure it's safe? I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe here? I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well. All these trails are a ways off from his farm. Duke is a sweetheart, Marbury Cheesecake. You needn't be concerned about him. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. That's very loud. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. But hey, there's no point in worrying about whatever bad stuff may happen to us. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as can be. I even carry a bear mace. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? It's not like being anxious ever stops anything bad from happening. In my experience, all it does is make the bad thing worse. The only thing you can do is tell yourself, this has happened. There's no going back to before this bad thing happened. And then you work on making things better. Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness? Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for a way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry, I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, aren't you... Is that... Yep, I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Offer Duke your boiled peanuts. You hold out the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it into your rucksack, like the scent of old beer. I don't know what old beer smells like, but you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts? From your backpack? No, I'm all set, thank you. Now both of you will head back to town, yeah? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools within a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabunkas or whatever have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You wouldn't have been out in these woods as long as I have. Those suns, are sneaky. Of course, you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out there, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to stick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a full face of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of those woods tonight. here first. We totally called dibs on the woods tonight, didn't we, Stella? Oh, have you been out here since 10 a.m.? I sure have. I've been tracking that mountain lion all over those hills, and I'd appreciate it if I didn't have y'all two hooligans to worry about once night falls. But I've got a film tonight. The video needs to be out tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on the schedule. As you well know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty tomorrow morning. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see. Since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damned good at it. He's always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. So cute. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing, if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was a local vet. The lady of the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out, pulling calves out of 106,000-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met.